Hi friends, today I'm going to share with you my 5 top things that I do before I meal plan for the week, before I make that grocery list to head to the grocery store. These simple tips and process that you take will not only help you keep your pantry stocked with the key items to make a meal for your family, but most importantly, keep your grocery budget in check. Hi friends, my name is Heather and thanks for joining me here at Finance Working Mama. I thought that I would share with you my month's worth of groceries that I've purchased for my family. I'll show you all the things what I did each week, so that way you can sort of see somewhat how I purchase for my family and how I keep things in stock. Plus, I'm going to talk with you guys on how and what I do to plan the steps I take, so that way I am utilizing what I have and saving money at the grocery store when I head that way. Friends, let's be honest, the first key is not a no-brainer, but we tend to forget, and that is look at what you currently have and make your meal plan from that. Take inventory of your refrigerators, your freezers, your pantry items. Look at what you have left from the week before and what you have in your pantry. Making meals with the items, produce left, fruit, rice, pasta, proteins that you had left over from the week before, or even that's currently in your pantry, really will help you keep in check on what your budget is. It's really easy to head to the store and just buy what comes into your mind with maybe a plan in place. But if you're utilizing the items on hand, it will help you towards the end of the month. The other tip that goes along with utilizing what you have is keep a running list of items that you keep on hand in your kitchen, like the pastas, the rice, the canned goods, the spices, the ingredients that you know that you can head to the pantry and pick out whatever you have on hand and can make a meal for your family without having to go to the grocery store.
Friends, this is my little Aldi haul for the week. I got, most importantly, some staples, veggies, and fruit. Gallon of milk, whole milk. Have to have my half and half. I'm completely out of olive oil. I'm shocked at that. I need to make a Sam's Club run because it's cheaper to buy it there. Garlic, completely out of garlic too. Oh my goodness. As well as some bananas, 2 containers of these cherub tomatoes. Those are my daughter's favorite tomatoes. They eat those like candy. They had the strawberries on sale for $1.99, so hopefully they'll be pretty good considering it is winter. So I got 2 of those. They had their grapes on sale for $1.39 a pound. I got some of those, and then as well as cucumbers. Kids love these 2. They can eat their weight in, so I always keep those stocked. My girls do like juice boxes from time to time in their lunches, so I got 2 packs of those. I'm completely out of juice boxes from Sam's. They actually have the cheapest cheapest juice boxes. Again, I have to make a Sam's Club run, so I got a couple of those. My kids really only drink water, milk, and juice, and they don't really drink a lot of juice, but they drink maybe for lunches or breakfasts, so I try to keep those on hand. Eggs were $1.66. Not bad. And my oldest daughter is really into German cuisine. She's teaching herself how to speak German. My mother's family is from Germany. We're immigrants. They immigrated back in the early 1900s, so she's really taking in all the German foods. So I thought this would be good for her for after school snack or quick dinners when she has practice during the week for lacrosse. And then soft pretzels, again, something my oldest daughter loves as well as myself. So a good snack for after school for her. And then my youngest requested corn dogs. She loves some corn dogs. And I've never tried this. This is obviously the Aldi brand. We'll see if it's good. I did not look at the ingredients. I just bought them. I'll give you a thumbs up if they're at least decently in ingredients and if my kid likes them. So this is my Aldi haul for the week. Obviously, these are items for lunches and some dinners with the fresh fruits and vegetables. And I purchased all of this for $50.82. The tax, actually, it's actually $49.82. And then, of course, I had tax, which brings it to $50.82.
Bear with me, friends. I have the allergy voice. It is that season, unfortunately. But my second tip that I would like to provide you guys is plan meals with overlapping ingredients. And what do I mean by that? A roasted chicken, for instance. A lot of times when I roast a chicken, I'm going to have leftovers after we eat the roasted chicken. I'm going to shred that up and utilize it for maybe taco bowls or chicken tacos or even chicken soup. Ground beef, if it goes on sale, this is for an example, instead of buying 1 pound, buy 2 pounds, brown it up, use it in spaghetti, maybe make a meatloaf, or even stuffed peppers later in the week. Using your proteins, one protein on multiple menus across the week really helps the budget. Most importantly, the bonus there, it makes meal prep a ton easier. It's always a good idea to also keep your pantry stocked with those staples, rice, pasta, spices that you use in your day-to-day cooking that your family likes.
Friends, this is the second week of March grocery haul. Let me share with you what I purchased. I got a package of the bold mix, lettuces, a package of spinach, cucumbers. My kids love the little cucumbers. I had a broccoli. The favorite choice of vegetable in my house right now is broccoli. A head of the iceberg lettuce, sugar snaps, 2 containers of the cherub tomatoes. Again, another thing that my kids love. Then we have some grapes, 2 containers of strawberries. The last time I got this last week, they were on sale, and it was the same brand. It looks like it's out of Florida, but they were really good, like shockingly good for winter. Some bananas, cantaloupe. Those were on sale for $1.99. And of course, I have to get her eggs. My daughter, Ava, has been wanting me to pick these up. The name brand has like 3 ingredients she can't eat in it, but this one is a cleaner version. It's the Aldi brand. So I'll let you know if it comes out delicious or not. Some cheeses, sharp cheddar cheese. I've been just grabbing cheese whether I need it or not, because right now they're like $1.69, I think, which is a really good price on cheese in my area. So I picked up 2 sharp cheddar. We typically use this a lot. And then Parmesan cheese, feta cheese. We love this in salads. Mini chocolate chip morsels. My kids like to eat them with like little marshmallows mixed in with these, or chocolate chip pancakes. They like the mini ones, and they were actually on sale, which I haven't seen chocolate chips on sale in like forever. So instead of like $3.70-something, it was like $3.40-something. So it's a couple pennies, but we'll save it. I got some parsley because I like to add that to salads and cooking. And then, of course, green onions. I always keep green onions on hand. Got some orange juice from my oldest. She's been wanting that in the morning. And milk, a gallon of milk. And I got this cold cream. So a friend put me on to this. Is you put the cold cream at the bottom of your coffee cup in the morning, pour your coffee over it, and it's like, oh my gosh, heaven. It's just like putting half and half in it, except creamier, and it's so good. So I decided that I would go ahead and purchase this. It was like almost $4. So it's a little bit of a luxury item, but I try not to buy coffee from the coffee stores because they do get expensive. So hopefully this will give me my coffee store purchase fixed. Anyway, we go on to fruit juices. One kid likes apple, one kid likes fruit punch, so they can put those in their lunches or take them on practices. I just noticed that Aldi started carrying this, the protein penne, and I like the protein pastas because they have healthier ingredients in it, not just wheat, but chickpea, nice forms of protein in it, plant-based protein in it. So I got a box to try it out. We'll see how it goes. And my kids love what I call the junk ramen, and I noticed I only had 2 packages left. We don't go through this a ton, but I keep it on hand. I guess it's better for them to have that for a snack. And when I usually make it, they both split a block of ramen. So I always keep it on hand. I can't get them to eat the healthy stuff. It's like, it tastes funny. But anyway. And I got split chicken breast. Friends, my daughter and oldest daughter's picky about food. I put this in the crock pot. I did a challenge for myself that you should see. You should have already dropped. I'll link it in the description below on how I make it. But I put it in the crock pot, skin, bones, everything, cook it slow all day. And I'm telling you, it comes out so good, and she loves it. So I thought I'd make some more for her, and it's a great way also just to throw in some salads as well. So I've got that purchased. This was a convenience item. They used to carry these all the time, but I've noticed they haven't. I like to throw this in my marinara sauce on low, raw, everything, let it cook slow all day, and it makes the sauce taste so good, and it's just a really, for me, convenience. So if you haven't tried these, I love these. It's basically sausage that they put into meatball form. So I got a package of that because they had it. I got turkey, oven classic turkey, 2 packages, as well as the honey ham. Now, the reason why I've started to buy these is it actually has better ingredients, and it doesn't have, is it Carrigan? Is that what it is? Carrigan, which is not supposed to be good for you, especially if you have inflammation issues, which I do. So I opted to do the deli slice because the ingredients are better. And then my kids haven't had this in a long while, and that is salami. So I got that for their lunches. So friends, I think that's all. That is all for the groceries for week 2. And it came to a total, get my receipt here, came to a total of $93.48 without tax, and then a total of $95.86 with tax. So that is my grocery haul for the second week of March.
3 is set your weekly budget for groceries before you go. I start with a monthly grocery budget for, whether it's $800 or $1,000 a week for the month. I do that because we don't eat out very often. So we eat majority of our breakfast, lunches, and dinners in our house. And I like to buy quality items, quality produce and meats. So my grocery budget is probably a tad higher than most. But on an average, I like to keep in mind that I'll spend maybe $125 to $150 at the grocery store each week. I try to keep that in check. So be sure to give yourself a budget before even stepping in the store. And what I like to do is sort of break my list up into 4 categories. 1 is the most expensive items, which is typically meats and proteins. The second would be produce and fruit, veggies. Those are fresh. Those are typically the second most expensive on your list. Then the third is your pantry staples, your canned goods, your rice, your pastas, your spices, all of those items that sort of bulk up a meal and complete a meal through the week. And the last item on the list, which is the ones you don't need, and that is the extras, the snacks, the goodies, maybe even the candies and soda if you're a soda drinker. I also like to plan 1 to 2 meals that are low cost, that are easy, flexible, and low cost. The reason for that is so that way I can have more of an expensive menu item in the week, like Sunday dinner. Sunday dinner is usually more time in the kitchen, which I enjoy. It's a longer preparation, and it's typically a little bit more expensive than the meats, produce, and fruits. If you allow yourself 1 to 2 meals that are low budget or low cost, it allows you to have maybe 1 or 2 additional meals during the week that is a little bit more expensive. The mind shift is the meal plan serves the budget, not the other way around.
This is my mail order grocery haul, friends. These are all the items I like to keep on hand or in my pantry. And there's a few new items that I thought I'd try, but they had a sale at this particular online store, so I thought I'd pick up some of the sales items. I always keep capers. I always keep capers in the pantry because we like that we like them on our food or salads and everything. These pickles are by far one of our favorites. So they had those on sale. Got some collagen. We like this brand. It's truly unflavored. You can't taste it if you put it in your coffee. Like the others, they say it's unflavored and it's not. I got these for my desk just because I don't really eat breakfast, but about 10 o'clock I might get hungry. So I bought this for me to have on hand. I got some snacks for my kids and their lunches and for their activities. Bunny grahams. And I'm going to try these. These are new, or new to me. Fudge stripe cookies, as well as, I guess this is what's supposed to be the Oreo for this healthier choice of cookie. I got these to put these in their lunches for the weeks I don't have time to bake them. Sweet treats. Got this for my daughters for after school, taking them to activities. I thought I'd give this a shot. Has some protein, some calories, healthier choices than just pure sugar. So I got that. These are really good. I don't know if you guys seen these. My oldest really loves these. Great before and after activities. It has lots of good nutrition in there. It's 120 calories and 5 grams of protein. Really, really good. I highly suggest this. I've even tasted it, and I'm not really into smoothies, but this is really good, especially when it's nice and cold. Ketchup, my littlest one cannot live without it. Got these just to add to our salads because we eat a tremendous amount of salad, so I thought that would be a nice treat versus I always put nuts in our salads. Started using coconut oil, so I thought I'd give this a whirl. They had this on sale, and it was cheaper than Aldi. Aldi has a organic brand at their store, so this was cheaper than shopping at Aldi this time. I'm going to try some ghee as well. That was on sale. That's why I'm trying it. These were on sale as well. The best value for extra virgin olive oil is Sam's Club and the big, I don't know, I think, is it it's a gallon jug, I think. That's the best deal you can find. But I like keeping these small ones on hand for the camper or for traveling. So that's why I got 2 for those purposes. And by far, this is my absolute favorite flour of all time. It's also voted number 1 if you were a baker on several different sites that I have read about. When they go on, it's a little bit more pricier, obviously, than just the store brand. But so when it goes on sale, I always pick up a 5-pound bag of the bread flour as well as the all-purpose flour. So all of this cost me was $143.87, and Thrive Market says that I saved $64 by shopping with them versus shopping at the local grocery store.
Keep your core pantry stocked. This allows you not to go and run out and buy the fast food or pickup food, because if you have your pantry stocked appropriately with the items your family enjoys, the pastas, the proteins, the rice, the seasonings, it will allow you to pull from your pantry very quickly and to make a meal at any given time. That keeps your budget in check. And also, it doesn't allow you to have that stress moment of, what am I going to make? Because you should always stock your pantry with a few items that you can pull together and make a meal that your family is going to enjoy and not regret, but enjoy in just minutes. In my pantry, I do stock a lot of oils and vinegars and flavor boosters and seasonings, because you can take any protein and any pasta, and if you have the right flavors already in your pantry, you can put something dynamic together that no one will think that you just threw it together with not a plan. Because if you put the dynamics of flavor that your family enjoys with just the basics of a pasta or a rice or a ground beef or chicken and their favorite veggie, it's a win-win all the time. The rule of thumb for me is I replace my pantry staples as I use them, not when they run out.
All right, friends, for March, I am including my meat subscription box that came in March. I chose for it to come this month because of the choices that they had for me to pick from. This is Wild Pastures. This is a new company that I found. There's 2 other companies that I use as well. And it's a subscription, so you can cut it on. You could delay it, push it out. So I don't order something every month from the meat subscription companies that I work with or that I use. So I just use them as I need them, and usually maybe once a quarter I'll order from them, just depending on their cuts. So this particular box came with 3 packages, 1 pound of the 80/20 ground beef. And that's what they look like. Obviously, they're all frozen. It does come frozen. It came with 1 package of ground pork. And then 2 ribeye steaks. These are pretty big ribeye steaks. They look actually nice. Ribeye steaks. And then this month, I haven't had this one before, pork steak. Bacon. I have had their bacon before, and it is very good. Nice, thick cut bacon. And then pork chops. Got 2 in there. They're pretty thick, as you can see. And then we have the pasture-raised chicken, which is chicken tenders. Then I got a package of chicken thighs. And then there's a package of chicken drums. And a package of the chicken wings. And I had these for Super Bowl, and they're really, really good. So that's what came into my Wild Pasture box.
Friends, the 5th and final tip that I want to give you is be realistic with your family's calendar when planning your meal plan for the week. For those busy nights, and we all have them, maybe do a slow cook meal, maybe do leftovers, maybe do a lighter recipe that the family enjoys and everyone can be fed. And then the nights that are not so busy, you can spend a little bit more time in the kitchen with a recipe that will take more than 20 minutes to prepare. And then most importantly, do a buffet night, and that is pull everything out of the fridge and allow your family to eat what the leftovers are. Whether it's the 2 servings of soup that's left or the 1 serving of the taco casserole, for instance. Get all of it out and allow your family to eat it up before wasting it. At the end of the day, fewer uneaten meals is a budget control mechanism.
3rd week of grocery shopping, friends. I spent a little bit more this week than I have in previous weeks because I'm having a Sunday dinner, and Aldi had a great deal on what I made for Sunday dinner, and I actually am going to post that either before or after this March grocery haul, so you could see what I made. So let's start with the veggies. They had these on sale, red potatoes, so I got a bag of those. This is about 5 pounds. They had the 3-pound onions on sale for $1.89, which is probably the cheapest I've seen in my market. So I got 2 bags of those. Needed some romaine lettuce, and actually this week they had gone down below $3. It was like $2.99, so I was happy to see that. My kids love these, so I just pay what I have to pay, and then buy them buy a lot of them when they're on sale. They do last quite a long time in the fridge if you store them properly. And the baby carrots, these are great for lunches. 2 pounds of carrots. That's the cheapest I've seen. I think it was $1.49 for 2 pounds. It's usually been almost over $2. So I got 2 pounds of those. Cabbage was on sale for 49 cents. I got 2 large heads for $1, I think $1.14. Great deal. Excuse the dog in the back. She wants to come in. That's the moaning. Anyway, my daughter Amelia wanted some Sprite. We don't go out to eat much. We don't really go out to eat much at all, really. So I try to treat my daughter. My littlest loves sodas. My other one doesn't care for it. So I picked this up for her, and she can have 1 or 2 during the week as a treat. I got these I was watching another YouTube mom, and she said that she was told that this tastes so similar to Diet Coke. And she bought it and she taste tested it and she was like, yeah, pretty much on point. So I'm going to try it. They had them in the mini size. So I decided to try it this week. I'll let you know if it's true, if you're a Diet Coke person. But like this was like $4 and this was like $2 and some change. So huge difference. You could get the Diet Coke minis, but again, that was like $4 and some change. So hopefully this does taste like Diet Coke. And then we got a winner. I got some beer. I need actually one for a recipe. So my husband will be happy that he can drink the other 5. Rice Krispies, my youngest one's on a Rice Krispie treat, crispy cereal right now for breakfast. So I got another box. Needed some sandwich bags. I got some Hawaiian sweet rolls, the little ones for sliders. I'm hoping to have some leftovers of corned beef from Sunday dinner, and I can do sliders for during the week. Fingers crossed, we'll have some leftovers. Grapes are on sale, so I got some more grapes. They're so good, so big, so juicy. And then, of course, some bananas. We have cheese. Their cheese has been like $1.69 for the last probably month or so. So I just continue to pick up cheese. Cheese lasts a long time in the fridge, so I'm really stocking up on that a little bit more every week. These have been on sale, and these have been good for the last 2 weeks. This is $1.99 each. They have been sweet and juicy, and it seems like they're getting them out of Florida, so that was a treat. Frozen green beans, of course, favorite. Found the red stickers. So I got these were on sale, but also they had the little stickers on it. So I actually got both these. Each pack was like $3 and some change. And let's see, it's about almost 1.5 pounds. That one's 1.25 pounds. So not bad. Love that. Then these are on sale, and I always pick these up when they get on sale. They go on sale typically every March. So they have the point cut for like $3.49. I think there's some people that are particularly like the flat, or they like the point. Point's always usually cheaper than the flat, mainly because of the shape. And this one actually is pretty. It's pretty, I mean, it's thicker here, and then, of course, it gets thinner here, but I don't have a problem with that. It's all the way you cut it and present it. So I got a big one for Sunday dinner, and then I got a smaller one to store in the freezer for later in the year. So at $7.75 for 2 pounds, and then 4.5 pounds, $15.81. Yeah. And I believe that's it. Oh, last but not least, these are on sale at Aldi. This is, let's see, it's about 1.5 pounds, basically a total of 4 pounds of ground beef, and it's organic, 100% grass-fed beef. It was the family pack, and it was like $5 and some change a pound, but you had to buy the whole thing. So it was about $25 total. Great deal on organic grass-fed beef. And so when that goes on sale, I try to buy it, even though it's a big chunk of my weekly grocery budget. My grocery budget for that cost me $132.60 without tax. With tax, $136.75. This is all for the 3rd week grocery haul of March.
Friends, I assure you, if you're a busy mom, a busy working mom, or just a busy person in hand, if you take those 5 items, utilizing what you already have on hand, look at your pantry, keep your pantry stocked, plan a budget, meaning a dollar budget before even walking into the grocery store, as well as, keep it simple. Use ingredients across multiple meals, and then be realistic with what you have on the calendar that day or that week. And planning your meal plan appropriately, it reduces an enormous amount of stress, and at the end, it also helps you save your money. All right, friends, this is my last and final Aldi haul grocery haul for the month of March. Got some veggie straws for my oldest daughter per her request, some water for me, and then a gallon of milk, because we go through about a gallon
a week. Two packages of strawberries. They were on sale again for $1.99, and they actually were good for winter. And then 4 containers of these tomatoes, which is our favorite in the family. They will last a while in the fridge if I store them properly. They were $1.99 each. Some orange juice to keep on hand, cream cheese, and non-fat yogurt were on sale as well. This coconut milk, my daughter really enjoys the pink drink from Starbucks. I'm going to make her my version. So I got coconut milk on sale. That was on sale, as well as the freeze-dried strawberries. And I got some frozen strawberries. These 2 cheeses we needed, provolone and the singles. The provolone was on sale. Peppers. Have to have those for lunches, half and half. I was completely out of half and half, so I got 2 containers. The bagels were on sale, so I got bagels for the week. Broccoli was not. That's just a must for the week vegetables, and the grapes were on sale this week as well. And friends, this was my haul for the last week of March for $65.43.
Friends, I hope these 5 items, 5 things, 5 tips allows you to have more of a stress-free planning week for the weeks ahead. I know when I take the time and look at all the things before I do my plan and before going grocery shopping, I'm set up for a better week ahead, as well as my pocketbook stays in check. And as you can see, some weeks I spent a little bit more at the grocery store, and other weeks I spent not that much, because I was buying things on sale and keeping my pantry stock on the items that went on sale that I know we're going to use through weeks and months ahead. And it allowed me to plan my meals with the items that I already have in stock in my freezer, in my refrigerator, and in my pantry. At the end, it keeps my budget, grocery budget, low, and my family fed and happy. And that is what I spent on the groceries for the month of March. I don't think that's too bad. About quality items, healthy, to stock my pantry, and to make meals for weeks ahead. Thank you, friends, so much for joining me today, and I hope you stay safe and, most importantly, stay encouraged.